Hi everyone, this is daveac.blip.tv and this is my vblog 123 for Friday the 26th of November 2010. Yes, less than a month to Christmas. Yes, we are excited, and if you live in the United States, I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving and I hope you get some bargains for Black Friday. So let me just say, who will blink at the mythological dimensions of Black Friday? And let me just say that last week I did call episode 121 when indeed it was episode 122. But I have a little bit more of an excuse for that, and here's the musical clue.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64?
Yes, thank you, Matthew, for sending me that legal version of the Beatles song. Yes, the Beatles are now available on iTunes. Unfortunately, on Monday that's just gone, I was indeed 64. So any more problems, I hope you'll excuse them. And I am rather frustrated because I've done this a few times now, and each time when I get to the bit where I move the camera's locked up, so I've had to restart. So let's hope we get through the whole 15 minutes. No DVD today, no classical music. We've got a book in the form of a book review, and we've also got some tech info and of course a wine at the end, and I've got 15 minutes to do that in. Well, let's start with the Doctor Who Podshock. As I record this, there's no new main episode up. The most recent one is still episode 228. That's the one that has some of the interview that Ian, Sixth Doctor, did with Paul Scoons, and very worthwhile a listen that is too. There is a small aftershock version, episode 229, but that was referring to last Saturday, and that was the Second Life meetup. Yes, the Doctor Who 47th anniversary Second Life meetup at Katrina. And I've got some captures that I'm going to try and show you later. Hopefully the camera will behave. And that will be all about the Podshock for now. But before I talk about the Cultum Collective, can I give a shout out to the Happiness Patrol, because I do hope people will give the Happiness Patrol a listen to if they don't already catch it. It's one of the podcasts that's also available from the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance page, and they've had some hilarious episodes, but the last couple talking about the exploits of Taris Tana as she chases through Utah trying to get Doctor Who signatures is very funny indeed. Yes, Doctor Who are currently filming in the United States a two-parter that will air in Series 6, and if you listen to the Happiness Patrol, I should say you really need to be 14 and over to listen to that. It does carry an explicit tag, and there's the odd swear word liberally sprinkled around through the episode, but really great fun indeed. Okay, great fun indeed, of course, is the Cultum Collective on TalkShoe ID 54821. Sunday that's just gone, we did our review of the Sarah Jane Adventures Series 4. And what a doozy. It lasted 3 hours, 18 minutes. Yeah, but don't let that put you off. You don't have to listen to it all in one go. Indeed, why not download it by subscribing to us on iTunes. If you don't want to listen to all the news and reports at the beginning, I can tell you that the Sarah Jane part starts at about 44 minutes in from the beginning. If you're just interested in Sarah Jane. We've also put up one of the first of our Christmas bonus episodes. Yes, with Ian, Sixth Doctor, and Mike Randall Thor, and myself, Dave AC. We put up the first Christmas treat, which is a commentary on the very first Doctor Who Christmas special, The Christmas Invasion. And as you play your copy of The Christmas Invasion, turn the sound mostly down so you can just about hear it, and then listen to us chat and do a commentary on it, and I hope you will enjoy that. And look out for more treats, one each week. But there's more. We also did one of our special Cultum interviews. Now, Ian couldn't make this, so it's just me doing this interview, and this is the book part of my vblog. It was with the authors, the three authors of the mythological dimensions of Doctor Who. Now, if you're the Doctor Who fan in your family, or you have a Doctor Who family member who's perhaps at least aged 10 or 12, this book will be ideal for them, because it goes really into lots of theory around Doctor Who. And let me show you this little piece of my show notes, because it's got some good, it's focusing there. It's edited by Anthony Burdidge, Jessica Burke, Christine Larson. It's Kitsune Books, kitsunebooks.com, and there's some info about the ISBN number. And of course it's available from Amazon and so on. There's a paperback version, there's the hardback version. In fact, there's some autographed versions of the book that Anthony has, and it is also available in electronic form for the Kindle reader. So hope you'll give that interview a listen to. I'm about 2/3 of the way through the book and really enjoying it. And one last piece of information about the Cultdom Collective. This coming Sunday, which is the 28th of November, away from Doctor Who, we're talking about when dinosaurs rule the box office. So from the films of Jurassic Park to their being used on Primeval and Sliders and so on, even in a Doctor Who episode. So hope you will join us for that. And there will be some, the tech part of this show might help you get onto the talk show a little bit easier with audio. Okay, I mentioned that it is in actual fact Black Friday. Now, this information I'm going to tell you now might be a little bit late, because I only went into Manchester today and picked this up, and I was quite surprised when I went into the Apple store that here in the UK they decided that they ought to take on the spirit of the American Black Friday. Black Friday is when they have all the Christmas bargains in the shops, because people, of course, are on a long weekend. They've had their Thanksgiving meal and they've got a Friday off work, and they hit the stores. Well, hopefully this will focus as well, is I picked up from the Apple stores. Look at that, £35 off an iPad, £11 to £15 off an iPod Nano, iPod Touch. What's over this side? MacBook Pro, save £81, iMac, save £81, and so on. So at least it's good that they're realising that we do pay over the odds here in the UK, and they're making some effort to bring those prices down in really what is a recession time. So that's good. And the other little bit of tech news, well, two pieces. One is that the iOS software 4.2 is now out for the the Apple iPad and the iPhone. Okay. Now the other piece of tech I'm going to show you in a minute, and I will tell you, it's called Blink, the Blink from the title, and it's a SIP client for phoning in without having to dial over a phone to things like TalkShoe. But I'm going to move the camera, and let's hope it doesn't freeze up. I've tried this 3 times now. Okay, very slowly, David. First of all, the pictures that I promised you from Second Life. I can show that's pointing. Here's me, Dave A.C. Footman at Katrina, and we had a really good time. I think that's Louis Trapani there, 2 Hartman, and I think that's actually Uncle Lou from the Happiness Patrol. One more. So one more. Okay, we're going to move around now, and please behave, camera. Okay, this is the software I want to talk about. It's called Blink, and I have 2 people to thank for this. One is Dr. Robert White, who also runs, he works for TalkShoe, but he also runs a podcast that will be on tonight, the Community Collective, and that is TalkShoe 16829. And he was his tweet that I found about this Blink SIP client, but he found out about it from Randolo, in actual fact, Randall has his own show, the VoIP Users Call, and that is show 22622. I think it's still on at the moment. He's also the chap that does the New Wine Consumer Wine Brands podcast, and that's 11888 that I help co-host. And there's the Blink software. You do a test call, and look, in fact, it's set up to go into the voice users conference there. And the page, it's at, I'm going to get this focused, icanblink.com. And the news is this is not new software, but it's new that it's now available for Windows. So it's voice over IP, instant messaging, presence, file transfer, desktop sharing. And it seemed very quick to use. It used the Bonjour piece of software that I think I already have installed on my PC. I'm not sure whether that's an extra download, but that is great for those people who've had trouble getting in on audio to talk to you. So thank you to Randall and Dr. Robert White for that. I've just got time for my wine, and hopefully now the camera is going to stay well behaved. And here it is. It's Woodhaven Shiraz. Let's get that in focus. Californian. Now this is a special wine imported by Marks and Spencer's in the UK. 14.5%. Soft and fruity Shiraz with aromas of blueberries and plums. Flavours of black cherries, currants and lightly toasted oak. Well, I think it's a bit more full-bodied than that, but let me just mention again, it doesn't say anything on here about vegetarians. Just for Mr. Lewis Trapani, sometimes they use egg whites and finings and fish bladders and all that to actually get any minute particles out of wine, which means that certainly for vegans a lot of wine isn't suitable, and some vegetarians prefer to look for a label that says suitable for vegetarians. So usually you have to look quite carefully to see that. Okay, here's the wine, and it's a beautiful garnet red, I think they describe it, but it's a lovely dark red, and there have been lots of aromas drifting across to me. Yeah, and that slight mustiness that I like, the farmyard mustiness of these sort of dark, deep Shirazes. Let's have a taste. That is lovely, but I must admit it is not soft and fruity. Fruity, yes, but it's not soft. And by that I don't mean it's harsh. I mean this is really a full-bodied red. This is not a lightweight drinking. 14.5%. There's quite a lot of heat. There's certainly a lot of depth of flavour, and there's those sort of toasted notes, vanilla notes, and a little bit of licorice coming through to me. A slight tartness on the end of the finish there, so not soft and fruity. I wouldn't describe it as that, but I would describe it as fruity, fulsome, and got that earthy edge to it, with of course the oak and the slight vanilla and a little bit of that licorice end. Well, it looks like the camera has behaved, because that's the end. And just one little last look. I think that's a very nice label, by the way. I think sometimes, you know, it really does pay for these bottles to take some effort over their wines. 2008, I didn't mention that. And by the way, the price, I think, was about £6. So that's about just under €7, $9. Well, with that, my time's up. So that's Dave AC for vblog 123 saying catch you next time. And don't forget, less than 4 weeks to Christmas. See you on Sunday for When Dinosaurs Rule the Box Office. By 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talk to you ID 54821.